guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys a leg workout. It's high volume leg workout. I actually managed to get 295 for 4 sets of 6. It's a really big PR for me. As well as I did some pistol squats and just like plain simple accessory movements. I also did calves as well. So when it comes to the pistol squats, I strongly recommend them. They're extremely hard to do, and as well as like most people, like everyone, we all have imbalances in things. Doing pistol squats is you're gonna fix the imbalances, especially on your weaker leg. For me, my left leg is weaker than my right leg. So as a result, when I squat and I'm going, high volume, very heavy loads, I noticed before a couple months ago, I would lean and start going like this, grinding it up, but I'm leaning, and so as a result, that can really do some damage to you in the long term. Your hips, knees. Always think long term when it comes to fitness, and that's how you're gonna benefit. You're gonna benefit, and you gotta take your time in this shit. You want to be in this shit for the rest of your life. You don't want to go too crazy, go too hard, and hurt yourself, and now you can't even do anything anymore. You always gotta think of longevity. In addition, I also strongly recommend them because it's a hard exercise and it's a challenge. You guys gotta, if you're in this fitness shit, you always gotta do the shit that's challenging. That's how you're gonna progress. Now, pistol squats, you're not gonna build like crazy amount of muscle with them. What it's gonna do is gonna help your technique in your back squat. You're gonna notice your core and your, those imbalances that I was talking about are gonna be fixed. So as a result, now I feel like my technique is really good. I go perfectly straight up, perfectly straight down. Okay, I'm not like leaning, I'm not like, I make sure that my core is braced. Make sure you do planks before you squat, just one set for 1 minute. That's also gonna help you really practice engaging that core. Like when you're doing planks and that feeling that you have on your core when you're doing them, that tension, that's the kind of tension you need when you're fucking squatting, okay? You need that similar kind of contraction. You don't want, too many people are breathing from their chest. You gotta breathe from your belly. And you gotta kind of like as if someone's trying to punch you in your stomach. That's when you brace for it. That's the same kind of concept you have to do. When you wear a belt, you want to push kind of like your abs. You want to push the belt like out. And that's pretty much what you want to do. And you're gonna notice your squat's gonna be straight. You're not gonna be rounding. I've been there, done that, where I hurt my lower back. Like I sore and shit. You don't want to do that. Especially that's just not gonna help you long term, and it's gonna fuck with your recovery too. You want to recover from your workouts as optimally as you can, okay? And like I said from before, I highly recommend pistol squats. And yeah, hopefully you guys let's watch the video. Going in for that last set. Fourth set, baby. Fourth set. Yo, check this shit out right here. We got the man, James White. Got some house music going. Woo! Fucking dope ass setup, man. YouTube. So, now, you saw the workout. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the workout and you kind of get a little glimpse of how I train. That's typically how I train for my strength day. I have a strength day and then I have hypertrophy day. I like to train legs 2 to 3 times a week. Depending on the time and variables, how I feel, etc. 3 is good, but you always got to make sure that you're recovering each workout. Okay, I'm not a fucking robot, so I don't just fucking I can't just go nonstop. You have to, we're human, so you have to fucking recover. Okay, unless you're a fucking robot, then that's different. I'm also going to talk to you guys about nutrition because as you can see, I gotten leaner than before. I'm leaner and stronger now. How did I do that? Simple. I lowered my calories. Caloric deficit. I was eating around 3,000 calories, and it was fine. I was fairly lean, but then at the same time I wanted to be leaner. I felt like I could be leaner, and you can still be lean and progress in the gym and and gain muscle. You don't need to get so much fat. I did make a video saying embracing a softer look, because you can't be fucking like shredded to the bone year round and expect to make tons of progress, and especially when you're not on tons of drugs. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, even if even if you are, like, it's still not going to be optimal, okay, to do that. You have to have a fine line, a fine balance. Right now, this is the balance for me, like, where I feel like I have enough energy, the hunger, I can control my hunger very easily. I don't get as hungry throughout the day. I'm progressing in the gym, so I'm going to leave my calories as it is. So, you heard a voice crack. So, I went from 3,000 and I gradually lowered it to 2,500. And obviously, I'm going to lose body fat. And at the same time, I just kept lifting more weights and, I was perfectly fine. Also, before I was doing way more cardio, even though I had a little bit more body fat on me, just to, it kind of kept me lean. I was doing like 4 times for like 20 minutes. I lowered it to 2 to 3 times a week for 20 minutes. Obviously I make sure I'm bringing on a sweat while I'm doing the cardio. And that's going to also be really good for your heart, all sorts of things. You can't dismiss cardio. And as far as cheats go, I usually go for 2 times a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Typically are days where I can eat, whatever I want. But I make sure I don't go crazy or binge. You get what I'm saying? It's not like a fucking feast, and your body doesn't comprehend, when you're putting a shit ton of calories into your body. You have to you don't want to piss out of your ass, pretty much, what I'm trying to say. Because let me tell you, if you're eating tons of food, that's got to come out. And it's not going to be too good when it comes out. So you have to have a nice little balance and just, understand that, eat to enjoy, not eat to fucking, eat as if you're never going to eat again. Okay? You don't want to fucking do that. Because the next thing you know, boom, you're all fucking bloated for a couple of days. You feel like shit. You don't want to do that. Okay? So 2 times a week for me is very optimal. Usually Fridays and Saturdays too, I drink. I'll have some drinks of Tito's with diet soda. That's usually my preference. That's another thing. When I drink, I always take usually calorie-free drinks with my alcohol for a reason, because you don't want to get bloated. I don't like beer too much because you're gonna get bloated. You can feel it in your stomach. Even I don't really fuck with that feeling. I just want to feel nice. You know what I mean? And without having the extra calories or anything. And by the way, alcohol, no matter what it is, has calories. So that's another thing. You can't be an alcoholic and bodybuild. Okay, you have to be everything in moderation. You can enjoy, but you have to do everything in moderation, and you have to be very smart about it. Okay, because this is another voice crack. I'm not, this is off topic, but this from the videos that I make are raw, one take. Okay, so I don't like to I don't have a script or anything. So yeah, just leave the roasting alone. Okay, I know it could be better, but I feel like it's more real if I'm not using a script. But regardless, so let's go back to the topic. As far as cheats go, remember, moderation, and less is always more. Now, that's what I learned. Less is always more when it comes to overall calories in general, in which you don't need to eat a ton of calories to gain muscle. Okay? You just need enough calories to keep you progressing in the gym. You're confident, you look good, you look good, and you're not going to be yo-yoing year round. Meaning you're not fucking eating in a surplus, cutting, you're not going to progress. That's how you don't progress. Adding a shit ton of cardio, taking out cardio, no. You want to have a consistent slope like this. You gain muscle like that. You don't want to go like this. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, because if you're putting yourself in a caloric deficit, a big deficit, you know what I mean? You're not going to be progressing in the gym. I've done that myself, and it's just a waste of time. The way I'm doing it now is very optimal and balanced. I'm very pleased where my body fat level is. Sure, I like to be leaner, but like, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be too optimal for me to lower my calories, especially that right now I'm weighing it. I'm weighing in at 156. Before, when I was eating 3,000 calories, I was like 161. You know, when I topped that at 163, but a little bit more unwanted body fat. So, you know, I basically lost the weight, the excess water, fat, and then from there, just got leaner. Now, I don't have an exact percentage because I never got a DEXA scan. However, I don't really care. You know, I just kind of look in the mirror. I'm like, all right, I'm leaner. This is where I want to be, and I can maintain this. The key is to maintain a lean physique that you are pleased with, okay? In which you're not going to be yo-yoing around, like I said before. You want to keep just focusing on the goal of just building muscle. You don't want to be like lose fat, build muscle, lose fat. Like, you don't want to fucking, you know, yo-yoing around. For me, I managed to, the reason why, how it worked out for me too, as well as I knew my calorie number, okay? I knew the amount of calories I needed throughout the day. That, like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew the amount of calories, like, that I needed for, sorry, brain fart. I knew the amount of calories I needed for today, which is 2,500, because the reason being is I had a coach, and during my show, right, I was eating, up to like 2 weeks out, I was eating 2,500 calories, but I was doing a shit ton of cardio. That's also unsustainable, because I'm not going to sit there for 40 minutes every fucking day of my life, on top of weight training to do cardio, right, as of right now. So, you know, for me, I want to stay consistent and be mindful of that. So 20 minutes is very optimal for me. And also, like I said before, I was eating 2,500 calories for 2 weeks of the show. And during that time frame, I said to myself, oh, I can probably maintain 2,500 calories without a problem. I could control my hunger. I felt good, had enough energy. You know what I mean? I was looking pretty lean. So I'm like, dude, I can definitely maintain a leaner physique with this, you know, with this amount of calories. Not too low, not too high. Because if it's too high too, like, you know, you don't, it's kind of hard to digest that amount, like that crazy amount of food too. That's also another thing. So, you know, for me, like I said, I got, you know, I had a coach. I remembered, like, I felt great eating around this number. So I decided, I'm like, all right, so I'm going to put myself back at 2,500 calories. And as a result, you know, the fat just kind of started slowly melting off. I was progressing in the gym. So I managed to do what is called a recomp, okay? In which you're gaining strength and losing body fat. I don't think I'm going to be losing any more body fat, because any more body fat I'm going to lose is I'm just gonna get weaker in the gym. That's not what we want here. We just want to stay nice and hoe ready, okay? Anytime, any day. That's that's how I work. Stay hoe ready. That's what Chris Jones likes to say, and that's exactly the kind of mentality I have towards bodybuilding. Okay, hoe ready, man. So hopefully you guys got to learn something. You know, you got to learn, you know, some of my training, some of my diet. You know, and hey, if you guys have any questions, hit me up on Instagram. You know, and I'll answer. I always answer tons of people's questions. People are always asking. I always answer questions. You know, I've been through all the bullshit. You know, I've been lifting for a while. So, you know, feel free to ask, or feel free to ask in the comments, okay? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video.
Yo, where are we?
Fucking college.
Yo, we're studying in fucking school. Stay in school.
Yeah, we're studying so fucking goddamn hard.